Hi there, good morning. This is incredible Matera, Italy. An unreal stone city with ancient history. You can see out there caves carved into those cliffs. Matera here is believed to be the third oldest continuously inhabited city in the world, and the evidence of human settlement in the area goes back even further, tens of thousands of years. This is called the Sassi, which means stones or districts. There are two different Sassi districts of Matera in the old stone city, and then the modern city surrounds it. This is my hotel, Maison d'Aix. I highly recommend it. Great location, incredible view, and you're living in a cave, a very luxurious cave. So I'm going to get started exploring around here. Head over there first. Walk down through the cobblestone streets and lanes. So Matera here was occupied, this area of the old stone buildings and caves, up until 1952. At that time in 1952, Matera was considered to be the shame of Italy. It was filled with people, many of whom had very bad diseases. It was extremely poverty-stricken. People were living side by side with their animals. It was dirty. I'm sure that it was smelly. And so the Italian government passed a law requiring everyone to move out of their caves and move into modern homes. The old town here was then abandoned and just became stagnant and overgrown and derelict over the next decades. And then in the 1980s, they saw the tourist potential and the actual beauty of the stones, the caves, the old buildings, and they decided to revitalize it and bring it back to life. And now you pay $150 a night to sleep in a cave. So the Sassi is vast. It is really easy to get lost in here. I've been here for a couple of days. Yesterday was overcast. It was very, very cold. Today is February 28th, so spring is on the way. but it is still chilly here in the interior of Italy, up in the mountains a little bit. But look at that. Just an absolutely incredible, unreal city like no other in the world. You can feel the history just dripping from the walls and the streets and the old buildings. As I've said before, laundry hanging out to dry is a sign of life, so it's good to see that the old city is coming back to a new life. And one in which it is very much valued and appreciated and admired for its beauty and uniqueness. And as you can see, as you come across these views, the incredible amount of work that was put into creating something like this over decades, centuries, millennia. Urban Circuit Rock Churches, Matera.
No, sono due persone, un da un lato e un dall'altro. No, no, no. Vabbè, dai, faccio il capitolo.
Let's take a look inside. No video, unfortunately. So it's a shame that video is not allowed inside the rock church there. It is, of course, to protect the frescoes that are inside. It is a little bit reminiscent of the cave churches of Cappadocia. I will insert a video clip here from one of the cave churches in Cappadocia in central Turkey. It is not quite as impressive inside this church here in Matera. It is not as colorful and not covering all of the walls like in Cappadocia in the clip that you're seeing right now, but it was still very beautiful, nice frescoes inside there, and it really feels like a cave. As you can see here, this is just a natural rock hill which they then carved into a church. So very impressive. Let's get the view from the other side and then keep on exploring. There is so much to see here. I am looking forward to that hike down across the ravine. Parco della Murgia Materana. The Murgia Materana Park. From a geological point of view, the Murgia is made up of limestone. Limestone from Alta Mura and tuff from Gravina. A blend of history and nature can be found within the protected areas. Ravines, woods with Mediterranean bush steppes, and archaeological finds dating back to Paleolithic and Neolithic times. Tough quarries, ancient farms, folds, and shooting lodges. All right, let's do the hike. So I've been wanting to visit Matera for a few years now. I first heard about it, I think, in 2019, which is kind of amazing considering how many times I've been to Italy and traveling around the world, Europe in general, that Matera is not an especially well-known place. It just has not gotten that notoriety yet. I'm sure that it will in the coming years, because a place as incredible as this just cannot remain secret for long. I am happy to be here in winter when there are less of the tourist crowds. And so a couple of months ago, I was back home in California visiting my mom, and she mentioned she had seen the new James Bond movie, which I hadn't seen yet. And so she starts trying to describe it, and she says it's filmed in this incredible city in southern Italy, and couldn't remember the name of it. And immediately I was like, Matera? And she said yes. Just having seen pictures of it and then making the connection with James Bond, I was like, yeah, that is definitely a James Bond setting there. And then later I saw the movie, and I definitely recommend it. It is a good one. Also, the movie The Passion of the Christ was filmed here, directed by Mel Gibson. I haven't seen that one yet. Should see it while I'm here. Down in the bottom of the ravine now, a bridge over the creek. I am looking forward to getting up on the other side there and exploring the caves. I'm not sure what the word is for cave lover, but I am definitely one. Not a spelunker. I just love these caves carved into cliffs that were lived in for thousands of years, with multiple rooms and shelves, and evoking the history, the very different lives that people would have lived hundreds and thousands of years ago. This is an intense hike. Very steep uphill here. Getting closer to the top. Maybe halfway there. Getting glimpses of the caves. And here are the caves. Wow, that is a deep one. Got some shelves and holes that could have held a stick going across, you know, for who knows what purpose, hanging laundry or something more significant, or perhaps little roost for birds. In Cappadocia, there are walls that are just riddled with holes. They were roosts for birds because they used the bird poop. And another one over here. Another big one. Perhaps there were wooden walls. This could have been a separate bedroom, and then a bedroom there, and kitchen and dining room area. Perhaps they were more used as tombs, but I believe that they were lived in. So this is the ancient history, whereas the stone city is more recent, but still centuries old. And another one. And this looks like the most impressive one so far. 3 different chambers. And I think that this is a good place to take a break, take a seat, enjoy the view, and eat my breakfast. I'll show you what I got. So a little bit of a mess here, but this is all from the free breakfast buffet at my hotel. Some cantaloupe, strawberries, little piece of pie, and a croissant with ham and cheese. Another one of the caves. I am looking for something that I think is up on top here. Look at that. Tons more doorways into what looks like a whole vast, just complex of cave dwellings. Out there, it looks more like buildings, rock buildings, that may have been built, carved out of the rock, or a combination of the rock that was already there and stone rocks that were put in place to make the structures. But here, it looks more like just, caves carved straight into the cliff there. So I'm looking forward to getting over there. So I can see why they have a doorway here blocking off this cave, because there are frescoes inside there. Chiesa San Agnesi. Studying the clothing decoration, it is possible to date it back to the Byzantine period, 5th to 11th century AD. In fact, it is similar to the mosaic iconography that represents her located in the Basilica of Saint Agnes Fuori le Mura in Rome, 625 to 650. The frescoes found in the opposite room date back to the same period. The recent altar is set against the original apse and has a frescoed Latin cross within a frame on the front side. So as I mentioned, I haven't seen the movie The Passion of the Christ, but I guess up here is a key scene in the movie. I think where Jesus brings the cross. Something like that. Looking forward to watching that movie. I know it's an intense one. But it is always interesting to see movies in the place where they were filmed. I watched Octopussy in India, in the city that it was filmed in, James Bond movie, in not Jaipur, not Jodhpur, Udaipur. So I thought that there was going to be a cross up here somewhere marking the spot that the scene in the movie occurred at, but I guess not. But wow, this view is unbelievable. The full panorama. So the clouds have rolled in, the wind has picked up, it's getting cold. I'm going to make the walk back to the other side of the ravine, back into the stones, the Sassi. It is starting to rain now, so probably going to head back to my room and stay somewhere warm and dry through the afternoon. But I'm here again tomorrow and possibly more days after that, we'll see. So I will definitely be capturing more of this absolutely stunning, historic, beautiful, old Italian city. Take it easy.